All right, Coach, they've got right around 100,000 packed in here like sardines at AT&T Stadium. And with the roof closed and the bottled waters flowing, figures to be a loud and raucous atmosphere in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Come on, set. Not the ending. Check. Walk 54. Let's go one more. Hey, watch it.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first. Do it, then to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Shoot.
A toss play. This is Peterson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside.
Set, ready. Henry. Black 5-4. Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, watch out. Check right 54. Right 54.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First down, Redskins.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here we go.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
First down, Washington.
Let's go now. 54 with the flag. 54. I'm here on the run. Tight go.
This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Yeah. Touch the elbow. Here it comes.
Second down, Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First down team at their own 5-yard line.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check. Here we go, 46. Hey, check 24. Check 26.
Now Elliott. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Check. Kill. 647. Hey, kill.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We own it. Kill. Turn 26. Kill. Turn up. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, D. Watch tight end. Tight right. 26.
This looks like a free play for Prescott. Screen pass to Sproles. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
Let's go. We're going to 54. Gun. 51, Mike, 51. Wild Bill. 51's Mike. Mike's 51. Drop deep. Hey, 47. 51. Bound to lose 1. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Caught left side by Cobb. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
3. Kid 21. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Throwing. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 21.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schultz. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
I got you. Switch. Hey, kill. Then we're going to 53. Smoke. 51's Mike 56.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now Austin. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Here go 47. 50 wants the mic. Come on. Who wants the mic? You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. What do you think?
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Going right side, he has Winton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swain, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Shift.
Kill.
Shift.
26.
Six guys.
26. 26.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
26.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. Dances by him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here we go, 47.
Delta. 51 to Mike. Time to go. Night. Go, Mike 51. Mike.
26. 26.
First down, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check Mike.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Set, hut. Pittsburgh. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Double dog. That's the way.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
26.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Draw play, Elliott. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Come on.
26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14 to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, good move. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Elliott. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Haskins will throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Get your runner. 54. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now Haskins to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Austin. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 4th-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, let's go. Exit. Go, Mike.
Hey, kill.
Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Cobb. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That one complete. Elliott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his 2nd year. But he's really on the uptick.
Mike 51. Let's go, baby. Return over. Let's get that ball.
Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
You better be afraid of
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go. 51 to Mike. 51.
Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Focus, defense, focus. Check, check. Slam, slam.
Play action. Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and just a couple yards there down to the 17. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
At the 17-yard line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
There you go. 51, Mike, 51. Watch the run, watch the run. Check, check. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line, 26.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 41-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Hey, that's good, that's good. Check. Slam.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Stay with your man.
And they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cowboys, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Washington, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.